You can expect a story about hard work and then quite a few big mistakes. I grafted really hard for years and then for some bizarre reason started to throw it all away. So I delved back into my past to find out why. So A, we could discover the story and write it. B, so I might not do it again because I don't want to do that again. I tried to write one before and I got paid for it and it was just too angry. I was angry about everything. And I think everything should have a beginning, middle and an end. And it just had a big, mad, meaty middle. But it didn't have anything else around it. There's no perspective. And also the story wasn't really complete. You know, there hadn't been any sort of denouement, as it were, you know. And then I felt there was at the beginning of this year. But I had some spare time, so I got my agent to do a deal. And the deal, having signed the deal, I had to do it. Otherwise, I'd owe them money. So deadlines work. So I thought, you know, that's why I ended up doing it this year. Quite happy about the Terry's job in January. Obviously, I'm excited about it. You know, people say, "Oh, you know, you're really nervous." Well, not really. No, it's what I do for a living. You know, I mean, I will be nervous on the morning of the first show for the first 10 minutes, no doubt about that. But I'm sure day two, when all the fuss has died down, it'll just be back to work again. I'm not bothered about being up against Chris Moores. I know that technically we are, but we're sort of not really. Different audience. I mean, we'll get some of his listeners. He'll get some of ours. That's the way it works. It's called the churn. We call it the churn in radio. But I'm more worried about Terry's audience, you know, about looking after them. More concerned about looking after them. You know, he's built up a huge audience. It's my job to make sure that they're still happy. That's it.
I've watched him and heard him, you know, for years as well. I used to watch TFI Friday and listen to him on the radio. Big Breakfast, Virgin Radio, Radio 1, yeah. Sound a bit of a fan, yeah. Well, he just puts a smile on your face. I mean, he makes coming home from work a pleasure, actually. So I'm going to be, going to work will be a pleasure now in the morning when he takes over in January. So, yeah, definitely puts a smile on my face every day.
Just a really friendly guy, isn't he? He just seems to relate to people really easily. So want to see if he's as nice in person, really. And hopefully have a hug. And a kiss.